What's going on, guys? This is Master Pokemon Andy here, and today I'm bringing you a Leo and Andy versus the world with my buddy 6-Foot Hacks.
I am not your buddy, I am your lover. ¿Qué pasa, YouTube? 6-Foot Hacks here. And this battle is against lilxjuancho. Unfortunately, this is our second take of this because Andy forgot to record the first one, but it's fine. And yeah, sorry I've been slacking up on my parts of the series. Like I said, I've been slacking off and I've been lazy. But anyways, you can see by the team, this was a team we used the one before this, I believe. But anyways, let's get right into the battle.
Okay, so looking at his team, we thought Uxie would be the best lead. And he's going to lead off with his signature Pokemon, Honchkrow. And since we are naturally faster, we are just going to go for the Thunder Wave so we can cripple it.
And we are going to take this Brave Bird like a monster since we do have some defense EVs and max HP. So next turn we will be able to get up our Reflect.
And definitely after this Reflect, we are going to be able to live one. But unfortunately, he gets the first turn Peril, which honestly didn't really matter since we are going to be able to live this next Brave Bird as we get off our Stealth Rocks for free.
And now we're going to opt to switch out into our Licky, which is our special wall of this team. But since we do have Reflect up, we will be able to take anything he's got. And luckily for us, he does get paralyzed as we go for the Wish.
And he's just going to go for the Superpower. We thought of Superpower being a possibility, but since we didn't think it was a threat, we just stayed in. Because we do have Reflect up and Licky is just a beast. So we just get off our Wish and we just kill this Honchkrow off with a Body Slam.
So it wishes like that, Honchkrow practically did nothing to us. So now we will be able to see what he wants to go into and possibly take a hit from that, but he decides to go into Primate, which was the bane of our existence this entire battle.
And we obviously knew this thing was Scarfed because all Primates are Scarfed. And we just went to the for the Protect just to scout out, and he's just gonna switch out, predicting us to go into our counter, and he's just gonna go into it's his Ursaring.
And since we have nothing that wants to take a say, we're gonna leave in Uxie to unfortunately die. And now we're gonna switch out into our physical wall of this team, which unfortunately Andy did forget the nickname. It should be called Drappy Juan instead of I'll finger you.
But yeah, he is gonna hit us with a Facade, but that's not gonna do too much since, like Leo said, this is our physical wall, and we are gonna be able to get a crunch off. And after the crunch damage and the poison damage, this Ursaring is gonna be down next turn after this next crunch, and that's another threat out of our way. So that's pretty good for us.
So yeah.
And now he's just gonna.
Unfortunately, he switched back out into his Primate. And since we have nothing that wants to take a hit from that, we have to live in our Drappy Juan to unfortunately die off.
But at least a plus was that we get switch initiative. And he's just going to switch out into his Haunter. And we're going to send out our Porygon-Z because it is Scarfed and it does have the Shadow Ball. And we do take this Haunter out, which is good.
So that's like another threat out of the way, since if you're wondering how we outsped it, we are Scarfed. As he switches into Primate in here, we're going to stay in one because we got nothing that wants to stay close combat, and we want to see if he is Scarf or if he's just bluffing it, but unfortunately he does turn out to be Scarf. And
that costs us our Porygon-Z. But now we're just going to send out our Feraligatr, and we just went straight for the Waterfall, not trying to over-predict, even though we should have predicted this Ludicolo switching and gone for the Ice Fang, but it's fine either way.
So yeah, we do get some good damage off on that with the Waterfall. And here, we're going to predict the possible Scald, and we're going to go into Sceptile, and if he does go for the Scald, hopefully he does not get the burn, but luckily for us, he does go for the Leechy, which does not affect Sceptile at all, and we are going to get up our Substitute.
And he's just going to go for the Toxic, which really sucks for him because he probably didn't think we were sub-Pataya. And before you guys start flaming, we did tell him that we were going to use unreleased stuff because nobody really cares about that. Me and Leo don't really care, so we just tell our opponents so they can be prepared for it.
So yeah, not Energy Ball, but Scald, guys, sorry. Scald seems to be a 2-hit KO to break our Substitute, and that's lucky for us because we will be able to get more damage with Energy Ball off on that as we keep subbing down to get our Pataya Berry boost.
And we're just going to keep hitting this Ludicolo with Energy Balls, just trying to get damage in, and hopefully just sub down to our Pataya Berry. But and the thing is that after all these Energy Balls, we didn't even get our one special defense drop, which is kind of weird since I always get them like uselessly. But that's another tangent for another time. And he just breaks up for sub, whatever. It's basically the same thing going on over and over. But now he just switches up moves.
But he opts to go for the Giga Drain this time, I guess, trying to get enough HP to where he can live a couple more Energy Balls. But he does not know that we do have the Pataya Berry, as we're going to go for the Energy Ball again.
And that is not going to take it out, obviously. and he's just gonna break our sub with this next Giga Drain. And now this turn we are gonna go for our last substitute, and we are going to get our Petai Berry boost, which is
and
pro shit.
Unburdened speed boost.
Yep, forgot about that. And now knowing that unless he gets a crit with Giga Drain, that is not gonna break our sub. So we are still gonna be able to. We are still gonna be behind the sub after his next switch, and after we take this Ludicolo out with an energy ball. And yeah,
modest stab.
And that's overkill since
That's
yeah.
OD overkill.
Now he's just
Here comes a moment, but it really doesn't matter because with the Unburdened boost, we'll easily outspeed, probably maybe kill it off with a energy ball.
And now he's just gonna send out his last Pokemon, which is his Sand Slash, and no no ground type is in the history of ever will ever live a stab, modest, +1 energy ball from Sceptile.
Yeah, say what I said last narration. Screw you. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the narration. Like I said, sorry I've been slacking on my part, but expect the next one to be up on my channel, hopefully.
And with that, we are out of here. So go check out. Wait, just go subscribe to lilxjuancho and check Leo out. Subscribe me if you haven't already. And just later, guys.
Yeah, deuces.